And even recently, he would listen to my programme, just a few weeks ago, he'd be listening to this programme. And he would phone up quite near the end of the programme, and he put on some really stupid accent, complaining about me and about records that I played. And, you're never quite sure when you're doing the programme whether or not to be rude to somebody, because you never quite know, who they are. And also, I used to get really weird emails, anonymous emails, that used to take the mickey out of me, and it was him. And he had spent a few times actually coming and sitting in the Radio A studio and sit here with Donna, and they'd sit all the way through my programme, and he would tell me what sort of thing was appropriate to play with something else, and he would use his sense of humour to lighten up the whole programme. I just, obviously miss him so much, and everybody at Radio A sends their heartfelt sympathy and condolences to your family, Emmy. If you would like to share a memory of Ray Rainbow with us on Radio A this evening, we're on until 11 o'clock. Send us an email, studio@radioa.co.uk, and, tell us anything you like. I'll read it out on the air. And also, if you'd like to pick a piece of appropriate music, we'll also play that as well. Right, a few minutes ago, we were playing a recording from 1985, 1986 of Ray doing the St. Peter's Request programme with me. And we're just going to go back to that now. It is a bit retro, so the phone number that we give, obviously, on the recording is obviously not any good anymore. I've also just heard from Gail. Gail, thanks for your message. 10:30 is absolutely fine, so we're going to speak to Gail at 10:30 live on the air. So if you think about a record you'd like me to play, Gail, just let me know. If you send me another email, let me know. Just going to go back now to that recording from 85, and there are some actually quite funny bits on this, if you listen carefully.
The end of the request this evening. Elliot Wall, very busy, with umpteen requests, such as Dr. Hook for Sharon Wilkinson. Elizabeth Roche would like So What's New, if we can find it. John Parr and Jennifer Rush has been a request from Lucy McTaggart. Pat Boone for Gillian Grimshaw, and two others. I know him so well, Barbara Dickinson. This is for Margaret Potter. That's right, Margaret Potter. Beryl Denise for Winnie Postons, I think that is, and some ballet music for Mrs. Thomas is the Elliot Ward request this evening, and also Sade for Staff Nurse D. Mitchell this evening. And also, I have a friend with me this evening by the name of Mark Gadd, whose wife has just given birth to a very nice young girl downstairs from here, who's going to be on the line in just a moment to say a little request.
Is she young, Ray? Are you sure that she's young?
Very, very... You know what I mean.
Yes, we're all having a good laugh here, yeah.
Yes, at my expense, no doubt.
Sorry.
Anyway, I'm going to hand over to Mark, who's going to make a special dedication for his wife.
I'd like to dedicate the record Truly by Lionel Richie to my lovely wife. She's given me the loveliest daughter in the world, Catherine Jane, and I love her very, very much.
Okay, thank you, Jonathan.
Tell me only this. I can safely say that was the nicest dedication we've ever had on the programme. That was Lionel Richie and Truly, and as far as I can remember, that was Mark Gadd speaking for him and his wife and his daughter. Now, we have an urgent appeal, actually, to somebody who's in Elliot Ward this evening, possibly one of the nurses. If you can hear me reverberating around the ward at the moment, please, could you do us a favour? Your phone that Ray Rainbow was phoning us up on is still off the hook, and we can't get our phone free. So if you could put the phone down, the phone, please, because we can't dial out on it. Well, at the moment, we can hear Elliot Ward in the background. So, in fact, I don't know if you'd like to have a listen to it, but it sounds something like this. It's extremely quiet, actually. But if you could put the phone down, we'd be very, very appreciative. Just after 8:30 now, Ray Rainbow on his way back to the ward. He's going to really get it when he comes back for not putting the phone down. Oh, Roy Crockford's here. Can never get his name right ever. Confuses me. Oh, it's not difficult either. Can you stop laughing, Madonna? We have the competition next.
So it's me sounding quite a lot younger there, going back in time to 1985, when Ray, for some reason, didn't put the phone down in the ward, and we had to do an all-points bulletin because we couldn't use the phone for hours. Somebody who's on the Radio Way phone lines now is Mark Bixley. Good evening, Mark.
Hello there. Hello.
Mark, thank you very much for phoning up this evening. Thanks for tuning into Radio Way.
No, you're doing a great job. You're doing a really good job.
Thank you. Now, I gather that you went to school with Ray, and you grew up with him.
Yeah, we went to infants, juniors, and Hitchwood Secondary School. Yeah, we went to all of those together, and got some great memories of him as a kid. When I wrote on his Facebook about him. He's always doing stuff for charity. I mean, he really was. He was just amazing. You'd always see him out there in November, up to November the 5th, with his penny for the guy outside the local shops collecting. And he was always collecting for charity all the time.
Yeah.
It was just a really nice bloke. You just can't there's no bad sort of side to him at all. Which is hard to say about a lot of people nowadays. You know, there's always got people have got some bad things about them, but him, nothing at all.
No.
Just a pleasant, really pleasant guy.
And how did he get that terrible sense of humour? What happened there?
I have no idea. He struck me as sometimes he goes so serious about some things, but then just start giggling and laughing.
Yeah.
You know, and you'd be completely tricked by him then, wouldn't you?
It's been happening to me for over 30 years, Mark. It's been happening to me, and he was even doing it last time I spoke to him, which is last Monday.
Oh my God! Right to the last minute.
Yeah,
that's typical of him.
It is, and
typical.
A very brave man as well, I think I'd say.
Well, yeah. I mean, just to go through what he went through. I mean, it's it's such a strong man, isn't it? Really?
Very strong indeed.
Really strong man.
And as a boy, what was he like? What sort of things did he like doing?
Just really cheeky.
Yeah.
Well, he's obviously always into his music, always.
Yeah.
You know, but I mean, I'm talking about going back and playing Cowboys and Indians around by the old British Legion,
right?
And things like that. But
so which part?
A nice guy.
Which part did he play then? Was he the Lone Ranger or something?
We were all cowboys.
Yeah, I think it's always the favourite thing to be was a cowboy, wasn't it? Right. Honestly, Mark, thank you very much for phoning, and thank you for tuning in.
Thank you.
And keep listening. We're going to play some more Level 42, because I know he was nuts about Level 42.
He was, yeah.
I'm going to play that, and just keep listening. And
I will do.
And thank you very much again, and God bless you.
Thank you again.
Thank you very much. Take care, Mark.
Cheers.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
That's Mark Bisley calling in, one of Ray's school friends. This is Radio Way. My name is Jonathan Creaser. Presenting this special dedication to my friend Ray Rainbow, who passed away very suddenly on Friday morning. This one is for him. It was great actually to hear Mark Bixley, who was a school friend of Ray's back in time. Interesting to know that Ray was a cowboy when they used to play in the school playground. Fantastic to hear that, and thank you very much for taking the time to phone in this evening on this special programme, Mark. It's very, very much appreciated. And we played quite a lot of Level 42 this evening because obviously Level 42 was one of the big bands that Ray really liked. And I actually had a contact. I had a friend who actually knows Mike Lindup. Mike Lindup's a member of the band, keyboard player and lead vocals. And I actually told my friend that Ray was in hospital the first time when he was ill over a year and a half ago. And I asked whether or not Mike Lindup could just maybe just write a few words for Ray and Donna for their wedding. And unbelievably, Mike Lindup actually asked me to go around and presented me with this card that he'd got for Ray and Donna, and signed it, and I'd got it all ready for Ray. And really, that was one of the things that he was such a brave person, and people have the ultimate respect for him, indeed. So that's just an example of that. I just had an email from Darren. Good evening, Darren. Darren said, only worked with Ray Rainbow a couple of times, but just like his name, he brought a rainbow to everybody's heart. He will be sadly missed. Rest in peace, Ray. Our thoughts are with your family and friends. God bless you. And Gail, don't worry about thinking about the comedy. I have the comedy all lined up for you. So I'm expecting you to give me a call in a couple of minutes, okay? So don't worry about that. And also, Gail was talking about the fact that she spoke to Ray last Monday as well, like I did. She just confirmed that Ray still had his sense of humour and still managed to send her a rather risque text last Monday. And yes, Monday he was talking to me, spoke to me at length and explained he's had to go back into hospital. And he told me to make sure that I look after his disco equipment, which I still have packed in special bags in my garage, ready to be picked up. Right, Gail, just waiting for you to give us a call. What we'll do is, just before you call, we'll go back to 1985 again. We'll go zooming back in time. And we've got this recording of Ray and myself. Just listen to this.
Soon, Ray Rainbow will be back in the studio along with the requests, and we'll start playing them very shortly. My guess is probably he's now in Weybridge, in the Wimpy Bar, trying to raid them to get a bit of Coca-Cola this evening. And where would we be without the Coca-Cola? Don't know if you managed to see Wogan last week, but Dan Hartman was on the programme with his new single. This one is called Fletch Get Out of Town from the new film Fletch, starring Chevy Chase. Right, who left the phone off the hook then?
No, it wasn't me, it wasn't. Actually, I thought I'd put the phone down properly, and when you gave the announcement out, what I'd done, I'd gone down to my car and I raced back, realising I'd left my box behind, and I heard there was about 4 people running up the corridor saying, "Who's Ray Rainbow?" It's true, yeah. I felt.
What did you say? I don't know.
I said he's gone.
Yeah. Right, well, how was it over in the ward this evening then?
Very busy, in fact. It was very, very busy indeed. A lot of running about, and the requests which we were getting through. In fact, I did say that there would be a request at 9:15 this evening, but we're running a little bit late.
Who was that for, that one?
You've got the request list, I haven't.
Hold on, I'm handing you the wrong one. I'm handing you the weather.
Right.
Would you like that one instead?
Scattered showers overnight.
No, not that one.
No.
The other side.
John Parr.
John Parr.
Or Jennifer Rush.
You wanted that one immediately?
Yes, please.
Right, we can sort that out then. Immediately. If you want to do that one first then.
Righty-ho. This is especially for Lucy McTaggart this evening over in Elliot Ward, who I did say perhaps we'd play it round about 9:15, because she was watching television.
You
were watching television. Panorama, I think it was. So, anyway, John Parr coming up for you now, and your record this evening. And perhaps a little bit later may have some Jennifer Rush if we haven't already.
Right, we will do later on. Thanks, Ray.
Bye.
John Parr at number 6 in the chart with
a Radio Way Top 20 request.
And that was especially for Lucy McTaggart, who's in Elliot Ward this evening. Ray managed to see her, and there's lots more requests coming up. We're just getting them all out at the moment. We've only have a bit of a problem with the one that was requested by Elizabeth Roche. Yes. We're having a bit of a problem with that. We've looked it up and we can't find it. So What's New? We've got something else called So What's New, but I don't think it's the same record. I don't think that it is.
Yes, she sounded very doubtful. That I thought, we'll have a look for it. So
yes, well, we don't seem to have it in the listing.
It was a theme tune to the BBC chart thing or something.
It might possibly be in there. There is one under a peculiar name. I don't think it's the one that Elizabeth means, but maybe we could have a look at it and give it a big spin. 5 to 9 now. We're going to have to hurry up a little bit because we've got quite a few requests to get through. For Nurse D. Mitchell, who's in Elliot Ward this evening, who hasn't requested Albatross this evening.
No.
A different record for you this evening, Nurse D. Mitchell. The new single from Sade.
D. Mitchell, anyway. It's definitely Staff Nurse D, anyway.
Right, Staff Nurse D. Maybe it's not Staff Nurse D. Mitchell. You never know. He never gets the names right, you know. And when he does, you can't read his writing.
Especially when you're reading the weather, Jonathan.
That's right. Oh, that's what I'm reading. Oh, sorry, I've got them mixed up, haven't I? I'll have to look at the other one.
So back in time, 1985, that was, and a bit of Sade, and Ray used to phone me up from Elliot Ward. Now, there's a couple of things we're going to do now. We are going to speak to Gail in a couple of minutes on the phone. But first of all, I have received an email from Donna, and Donna, good evening, and I just can't believe that you tuned in to listen to me, but in this terrible time at the moment, but thank you very much, and thank you for tuning in. And as you said, a fitting tribute to a top guy. Well, I hope that I can measure up and do that. We were together for only 4 years, but we knew each other inside out. We felt as though we were together a lifetime, says Donna. As many times he tried to convince me his stories were actually real, I saw through him, but I went along with it until the end, so as not to burst his bubble, so to speak. We both felt that fate played a part and that we were meant to be together for however long that may have been. And for the 4 years, I thank the sweet Lord I had Ray in my life. And I was able to show him how much I love and appreciate him by caring for him 24/7. God bless Ray and for the time we had. So, thank you for that, Donna. I'm just going to now speak to Gail. Hello, Gail. I think you've got the same problem as me, actually, Gail.
Hi. Hi, Jonathan.
Hi. I was just not able to speak momentarily. Sorry.
Oh, I know.
Thank you for phoning in this evening, and God bless you, Donna. Thank you for phoning in, and thank you for being such a strong woman, and thank you for everything that you've done for Ray, and you know, in his life. It's actually made such a difference, and you know, ever since that I first knew about you, I knew how special you were, Donna. And you know, anything that we can do to help you, myself, anybody, just get in contact with us. So, Gail.
Hi, Jonathan.
Hi.
Hi. Yes, I'd like to convey those words too to Donna, and you know, obviously, if there's anything that any time that any of us can do, she has our details and our phone numbers, and we're just here for her.
Absolutely.
And Rihanna, you know, and it's such a terrible time for her and the family, and my heart goes out to them all. It seriously does. You know. So,
tell us, Gail.
Thank you for such a wonderful tribute. I actually first met Ray through Brooklyn's Radio with Ian McGee, and lately, as I said, the cast double act really together, weren't they, on their shows and things? So
brilliant together.
You know, they were really just first class, you know, and it was my privilege to know Ray for a few years, not as many as a lot of people, obviously, on the station, but the years that I knew him, I got to know him very well, quite well, and it's an absolute, you know, honour and privilege to have known him. Yeah, so,
and you know what, Gail, I used to love listening to Ray on Brooklyn's Radio.
Yes.
I absolutely loved it. I loved doing that. And latterly on Radio Jackie on Saturdays.
Saturday night, his dance party was absolutely fantastic, wasn't it?
Brilliant.
Absolutely wonderful.
Brilliant radio station, brilliant programme.
Yep, absolutely, yeah. Well, you know, thanks a lot for a great tribute to him, Jonathan. He's doing an absolutely brilliant job. And, you know, I like to just say hello to everybody at Radio Way and also at Brooklyn's Radio too.
Absolutely.
We'll never forget Ray. Never.
No.
Never.
Never at all.
He'll be in our hearts forever.
Yeah.
So, anyway, brilliant show, Jonathan.
Gail, thank you very much.
We'll keep in touch,
yeah.
Okay?
Yeah, God bless. Thank you.
And you. God bless
Take
you
care, Gail.
and Donna, Rihanna as well.
Absolutely. God bless.
We'll speak soon.
Thank you, Gail.
Okay, bye. Bye.
So what Gail thought might be a good thing to do, because Ray did have such a wicked sense of humour. A lot of the time when he was with me, I'd be the butt of it, actually. And we thought it might be fitting to play a little bit of comedy. We're going to do this, an excerpt from The Fast Show. I think you'll enjoy this.
Suit you, sir. Suit you, sir.
That's a Fast Show excerpt from the Suit You, Sir series that was on. Thank you very much to Gail. God bless you, Gail, and thank you very much for phoning in. And again, thank you very much to Donna for taking the time to message us this evening. And our thoughts, as I'll just reiterate that to you, Donna, that our thoughts from Radio Way, for everybody at Radio Way, are with you and with Rihanna. So thank you for tuning in. Just had a message from Caven. Caven was a gentleman who helped me do the disco at Ray and Donna's wedding. in last year in August. He says, "Hi Jonathan, thanks for the show tonight. It was a great pleasure to meet Ray and his family and be part of the party that we threw for Ray a couple of years ago. Ray, rest in peace, God bless." That is from Cavan. And this is this programme is dedicated to Ray Rainbow this evening. My name's Jonathan Creaser. I actually had the privilege of presenting a programme with Ray in the early 80s, right through to 1988 on Radio A. And we're playing excerpts from that this evening, going back to 1985.
There's a particular American restaurant in Leatherhead that persists in playing Sade all the time. And you're sitting there trying to eat your meal, and it's Sade, 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 Sade. I'm sure the lady who requested that one would mind going down to that Caesar's American restaurant in Leatherhead.
What a plug. I hope they're paying for us for that little promotion.
It's a great place. You know, you go there, the meals are amazingly cheap, and you just can't eat the food. There's so much of it.
I've got to tell you a little story that I went into a Chinese restaurant the other day for a takeaway, and it was very nice. But I started eating this Chushin Chow stuff, or whatever you call it, and I went up to the waiter. I said, "There," I said, "this chicken," I said, "it tastes rubbery," and the guy said, "Oh, thank you very much."
Oh dear. Right, who was that record for?
Right, back to the business. Lucy McTaggart. Was it not? Yeah.
It was. Sorry, I could have said it myself.
Sade. No, it was for Stars from Nurse D.
That was.
We're getting the programme together.
Sorry, I had it written down
here.
And
the next request is for Gillian Grimshaw this evening. Some Pat Boone and April Love. Nice little piece of music by Pat Boone and April Love, especially for you, Gillian Grimshaw, over there in Elliot Ward. And on the request this evening, for Mrs. Margaret Potter, also of Elliot Ward this evening, who requested, first of all, Lala Linda by Delius, or the other one, which she wanted, is of course from this nice piece of music, Chess, Barbara Dixon and Elaine Page, and I Know Him So Well. And a nice piece of music there, especially for Margaret Potter, Barbara Dixon and Elaine Page, and I Know Him So Well.
7 minutes past 9 now, thanks Ray, and we have the Hospital Radio link-up in about 7 minutes' time, but first of all...
Weather check! And the Radio A area, as Roy will say. Weather tonight, dry with mist in places, leading to tomorrow sunny intervals and scattered showers. The maximum temperature will be 13 degrees centigrade, going down to a minimum of 6 degrees overnight. That's the Radio A area weather check for you this evening.
And just a quick reminder, if you'd like a request this evening, if you're in any of these hospitals, Ashford, Ellesmere, St Peters, Bolton, Weybridge or Woking, Victoria, give us a ring now, Weybridge 52555, and we'll be very pleased to play your record between now and 10.
And coming up on the Elliot Ward request this evening, the next one up is for Beryl... I've lost my place now. I've lost it. I can't find it. Mrs.
I'll tell you
Thomas.
what, let me start the record again.
Yes, can we?
Right, we can.
Right, I've got it now.
Right, you ready?
Especially for Winnie Postans and the crowd, and You'll Never Walk Alone. Wimbledon. On Sunday, I was here all at Radio Way, and on Monday evening, we're here, aren't we? Yes,
we are, Ray.
right.
Have you quite finished now?
Yes.
That was very exciting.
I know. I was just thinking about that. How boring.
Managed to kill half an hour there.
Yes.
Right. Well, would you like to give us some more clues about the town so that we can get somebody to win some of these prizes for this evening?
Yes, because I mean, the storage space in here is very limited.
We've got thousands of bottles of wine in here.
Yes, and I think I better start opening some. Pop. Right. Yes. What is the town?
The town is in Sussex.
Yes,
it's bordered by Hove and Worthing. Has a hotel there called the Grand that was blown up a couple of years ago by the IRA while the Tory party conference was on. Much in the news at the moment, incidentally. And also the pavilion there burnt down a few years back. What else is famous about it? It
has a discotheque on the front, actually.
It does.
I can't remember the name of it though. Very, very famous, of course, for the London 2, this particular town rally. Yes, that's right. Yes.
Well, they have cars and cycles.
Most of the vintage car rally, isn't it?
I'm not sure. Really.
The London to
The London to, yes, that's right.
Yes, to Vintage Car Rally, and also they now have a sponsored bicycle ride there once a year per annum.
Right.
And it's Weybridge 52555, if you can guess what we're talking about.
And one other clue, of course, that Graham Greene wrote a book entitled This Town Rock.
Yes.
Okay, so if you can work out what the town is, begins with B.
And I nearly give you...
And Ray's already said it once. Then give us a ring now, because we'd love to hear from you, and we could play your favourite record for you. Have a little chat to you on the radio if you wanted to, because there's only you and us listening anyway. And we'll be very pleased to play you a record and send you the bottle of wine, a box of chocolates, or whatever you like, a record token if you like a record token. Right.
Is that a Ford Fiesta? Green one.
I don't think anybody would want it, to be quite honest. I don't think anybody would want it. Right. It's got a new engine in it, mind you.
Ashford Hospital Radio Way is here for your record requests. If you're in C1, C3 or C7, you can hear your favourite record on Thursday night between 8 and 10. C2, C4, C5, C6 and the Kids Ward can be heard on Tuesday afternoons at 3. 8 till 10 on Saturday night is for the D2 and D10 requests, and Maternity and Eye Units night is Tuesday between 8 and 10. Ashford Request, just part of the Radio Way service.
Back to 1975, the Starland Vocal Band and Afternoon Delight, Hospital Radio Way on a Monday evening. My name's Jonathan Creaser, along with Ray Rainbow, until 10 o'clock. If you'd like a request, and you're in any of our hospitals, be it Ashford, Ellesmere, St Peters, Walton, Weybridge, then give us a ring. The number is Weybridge 525. That was Echoes of Love, and that was the Doobie Brothers, of course, here on Hospital Radio Way. 28 minutes past 9 now. My name's Jonathan Creaser, along with Ray Rainbow, who's brought in some photographs this evening, and we took a couple of each other. And apparently Ray took the photographs home and showed his mother, and his mother has spoken to me a few times on the phone before.
Also heard this programme going out, of course.
Heard this programme before, and she apparently said to Ray that I don't look anything like she imagined me to do, and I've just looked at the photographs. I agree with her. But
the man behind the voice.
Never mind. I seem to have changed since our last time. I'm not quite photogenic, but Genic even. But Ray's a keen photographer, aren't you?
I am. Yes, I'm doing another photo session tomorrow. In fact.
Yeah.
Yes, which should prove quite interesting. Yes.
Well, tell us more about this then. Don't leave us hanging.
Well, no,
here.
Actually, I've got a new backdrop. I don't know if there's any amateur photographers amongst Radio Wayland, but the backdrop is...
So, that was recording back to 1985, where we actually didn't get round to playing the whole of that excerpt, but anybody who wants the complete recording of that, which lasts about an hour and a half, you're very welcome to have that if you just email me, studio@radioway.co.uk. Leave a message for me, and I will get that recording to you. Okay. That is almost it, actually. This has been a dedication, the whole programme dedicated to my friend Ray Rainbow on Radio Way. From everybody at Radio Way, we would like to send our love and best wishes to Ray's family. And Ray, rest in peace. Thank you for everything that you brought us. Thank you to everything that you brought everybody in your life. You brought a lot of fun, and we just miss you terribly. And I'm going to play this record for you, mate. Okay, God bless.